Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala ma ba'du. First, I would like to thanks to the Committee of International Seminar in IT Malaysia. And secondly, I would like to thank to the all participants of this seminar through the Zoom application. So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Endang Jumali, and I am a lecturer at the Faculty of Islamic Economic and Business, Surya Kencana University, Cianjur, West Java, Indonesia. My title in this seminar is Development of Cash Wakaf Link Sukuk Implementation, a new paradigm of productive wakaf in Indonesia. Allow me to share this article. So the purpose of this article is to study and to evaluate cash wakaf link sukuk practices published by the government, then propose improvement that can be made for the future development of cash wakaf link sukuk instrument. Of course, this topic is interesting to study, considering that the cash wakaf link sukuk, or we call the CSWLS, innovation is still very new and has the opportunity to be developed in the future. CWLC is the first instrument in the world that aims at supporting policy and encouraging the potential development of cash wakaf in Indonesia. So as we know in Islam, several instruments are introduced to benefit. Some financial instruments introduced were zakat, infak, sadaqah, inheritance, and also the endowments. One that is being developed by the Islamic finance industry in Indonesia is wakaf. So if we say the wakaf can be developed as a Sharia financial instrument in sustainability and liability. Historically, the source of wakaf funds can be developed into various fulfillment funds, humanities, education, health, agriculture, manufacturing, and others. When Indonesia issued the law of regarding the wakaf, we know the law of the Republic of Indonesia number 41 of the 24 concerning wakaf is aimed at empowering wakaf in building the socio-economic life of the Muslim community. Related to this law, so wakaf in Indonesia being increasing because with this law can be protect the implementation of the wakaf in Indonesia, and also the increasing of technology have had significant impact on the collection and management of wakaf fund. The impact of technological development gave birth to innovation in sukuk-based wakaf issue in 2016 by the government. The launch of wakaf-based sukuk was first held at the 2016 Indonesia Sharia Economic Festival atau ICF in Surabaya. So this is the first time Indonesia launched the wakaf, what we call the cash wakaf link sukuk in Indonesia. So if we look at the definition of the wakaf, wakaf, according to the Indonesian Wakaf Law number 41 of the 24, wakaf is a legal act of wakaf to separate or give part of his property to be used forever or for a certain period following his interest for worship or public welfare according to Sharia. So we can see in this term of the wakaf is the first wakaf is the worship to the Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and to the give of the utility of the benefit to the public or to the social empowering. So its mean is wakaf is to stop the ownership, to stop the ownership certainly or for the forever. So wakaf is termination, the termination of property ownership by a person to use it for the public. So this is the definition of the wakaf. And like we know at the Islamic scholarship, there is four parties donate wakaf asset. So if these four parties fulfillment in the wakaf, so the wakaf is sahih. The first we know is wakif. Wakif, who is someone give the asset to another person by the goals for the social activities. So the secondly is nadir, who is obligated to maintain funds by maintaining asset. So the wakaf will be running or not running relative to the competency of nadir. The third is beneficiary or manfa, mawkuf alih. The part is mawkuf or the object. Regarding to the law of wakaf in Indonesia, we can say someone can give our right the wakaf wealth or the money. So if talking about the mechanism of the cash wakaf link sukuk, we can see the this is the mechanism. So this is the wakif, and then Nadir as the partners, and also the mitra or the partners here, and also the Ministry of Finance in Indonesia. And if we look at this scam, we can explain the following. The first is the wakif donate money owned and wants to be donated through a Nazir partner or LKS. LKS we call a Lembaga Keuangan Syariah to Nazir for a certain period, minimum 5 years or forever. So the second is the wakif deposit the cash wakaf funds into the Nazir partners account at LKS. LKS we call is establishment for the collective the money. After that, the wakif makes the wakaf pledge before the bank official is appointed the maker of the wakaf pledge deed, or we call PPAIW, pejabat pembuat akta ikrar wakaf. So the next is wakif money deposit from the wakif will be placed in wadiah account on behalf of the Nazir partner before being placed into BWI. BWI is the Indonesia Broad Wakaf. We call Badan Wakaf Indonesia. Of course, BWI have the account for the collective the wakaf. If the cumulative amount of funds have been collected from all Nazir partners, namely reach maybe maybe 15 billion, BWI can transfer it to BWI account at LKS as wadiah. Then the fund collected are used to purchase SBSN. SBSN is sukuk berharga syariah nasional issued by the Ministry of Finance within a certain period. The Ministry of Finance pays SBSN coupons to Nazir BWI according to the contract agreed upon at the beginning of the agreement. So this based on kas wakaf link sukuk implementation mechanism. We saw CWLS wakaf implementation involve 5 stakeholders. Bank in Indonesia is implementation accelerator, and the custodian bank. And then the Indonesian Wakaf Board, or we know BWI as the regulator, leader, and Nazir, who manage the wakaf. and Ministry of Finance as SB asset issuer, and fund manager in the real sector or productive wakaf nazir as a BWI partner who collect wakaf fund. Islamic bank is Islamic finance institution receiving a cash wakaf and BWI operational bank. So this is the mechanism of cash wakaf link sukuk. The concept of cash wakaf link sukuk retail, of course, relative, relative to the maqasid Sharia. We know in fiqh Islam, we call the maqasid Sharia. So there is some regulation for the all activities in transaction between us, between person, between human. So this is, we look daruriyat. We call daruriyat. Cash wakaf link sukuk also related to this daruriyat because retail CSWL complies with Sharia or we call Sharia legislation. Content, of course, Al-Quran, Hadith, and also the positive law in Indonesia. Before I said to all of you is Indonesia have the law of wakaf number 41 24. So this is three main of the compliance related to the wakaf in Indonesia. So the secondly is hadiat. Hadiat is mean innovation in retail as well as can make it easier for people to place their wakaf money. So this is we call as productive wakaf. So of course, if we back to the basic of definition of wakaf, remain to the Islamic scholar, we have 2 point. 2 point we get the definition of the wakaf. The first is object, or the wealth or the money, and also the benefit. This is the two main what we call two main concept of the wakaf. And hajat, hajat is what we call in Arabic is what we are need. So the cash wakaf link sukuk is implemented to this hajat because its benefit can be improved and also can be arising to the maslahah, to the well-being of the human or the environment. So the term is tahsiniyat, and tahsiniyat also in Arabic language is mean it's tertiary. If we look to the economic terminology, so tahsiniyat is seen from the objective of CWL's retail, namely supporting the national wakaf movement, assisting the development of social investment, and developing productive wakaf. So daruriyat, hajiyat, tahsiniyat is be completed to the mechanism and practically wakaf in Indonesia. So we must proud to the Indonesia because in these years Indonesia get the what we call Islamic Development Bank Prize as a prestigious program for impactful achievement in the Islamic economy. So this is the one of prestigious. We have a proud of this because this is the first time in ISDB prize. So if we look to the timeline, cash wakaf link sukuk in Indonesia, the first issued in March. The first issue in March 2022 as sukuk wakaf retail number 1 is rising to manage how much 58.85 billion. So this is the amazing, this is the amount is amazing because we can manage this account, this rising fund to the maslahah or to the benefit social facilities like education, kemudian health, also the to reduction of the property. Yeah. So the second time or the next step is October November in 2022. Sukuk Wakaf retail the same numbers. Number two rise manage to about the maybe 14 point 21 billion rupiah. And April June, and the same years, sukuk wakaf retail number two, we can rise manage to rise the 24.14 billion rupiah. And in June 2022, can manage the collective fund, until the 50 billion. Imagine 50 billion. And the September 2022, sukuk wakaf retail number three, the collective fund, about the 200 billion. So in 2023, we can manage a collective fund is about the 378.15 billion. So this is the timeline CSWL in Indonesia. This increasing from the beginning at the operation wakaf of CSWL, from 2022 until the 2023. The method of this research is literature study with a qualitative approach. So I get the reference from the books, website, journal, and previous research document linked with the problems to be studied. Then the data obtained were analyzing using a qualitative descriptive method, namely material that will be studied and analyzed so that the conclusion can be drawn, in this relevant to research team is a form, all these things we can discuss related to the what we call a cash wakaf sukuk with the SWOT analysis for the problem. The first is strength. So we know Indonesia is most Muslim population in the world, and the Gini indicator also the Indonesia people are generous character. So this is the strength for us to manage or to improve of the cash wakaf sukuk, because we know that the goals from the wakaf is to give the benefit to the Muslim Muslim community of the Islamic environment. But there is weakness. The first I said to all of you, there's some factor affect to the manager of the cash wakaf sukuk. The human resources, your rank one, the number one is the weakness for this cash wakaf suku. Because regarding wakaf, it is still often found that Nazir does not understand main test and function, because CWLS is a relatively new product innovation, and Nazir has not understand the concept as a whole. This is I read and I analyze from the all the various document. So the summary is there is a lot, or maybe there is some of Nazir Wakaf still not understand completely what is the cash wakaf sukuk to be managed yeah, to be managed and to be get the benefit for the maslahah or well-being to the Muslim community. So opportunity, yeah, we know Indonesia uh, uh, will be increased, yeah, will be increased the population. So in economic terminology, we know the demography bonus. So demography bonus bill is what we call the based on population. Yeah, Indonesia the fourth populous country in the world. Yeah, after China, India, Indonesia. Based on demographic data, out of 20 million people, 200 million people, more than 60% of the population is under 39 years old and is the productive age group. Based on this phenomenon, several investment institutions and World Economic Rating agencies have concluded that Indonesia will gain economic benefit in the next 10 to the 20 years. This advantage makes Indonesia highly recognized with in coming years because the working age population exceed the non-working age population, often called the demographic bonus. The demographic bonus is critical factor in the country's economic development. So this is the opportunity for us, the opportunity for Indonesia, what we call the demography bonus can make the opportunity for the increasing the innovation of cash wakaf link sukuk. And finally is trade because we know, yeah, there is some differences of opinion between between Islamic school, sorry, between Islamic scholarship. Yeah, we know there's Hanafi, there's also Madhab Maliki, also we have the Madhab Shafi, the majority in Indonesia. Yeah, also in Asia, we know the Madhab Imam Ashafi is the very majority. And also we have the Madhab Hambali. For this Islamic scholars, they have differences of definition, of the principle, and also of the implementation of the wakaf. So these differences will be a treat for us. So this is the conclusion to the my article, and of course the limitation this article is this research only use literacy studies limit to previous research and minimal data as research support. More than data in numbers is needed for in-depth analysis, which is still a relatively new policy. So recommendation for the future is what we call the researcher for future researchers should study the cash wakaf instrument with a broader perspective and use a suitable research methodology. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we can meet in another time. Thank you for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.